What if I told you the Saja Boys never actually died? Not just some of them, all 5. Every single one of them survived. And by the end of this video, you'll be 100% convinced, because the movie K-pop Demon Hunters never showed their deaths. It showed something completely different, something every viewer missed. The truth was hiding in plain sight the whole time. We were told that these boys were destroyed in the final battle, but what if that wasn't destruction? What if it was banishment? There's one crucial detail that changes everything: the pink glitter effect. Every time a demon is killed by a hunter's attack, there's that same pink glitter burst. No blood, no ash, no burning light. But in this world, that pink glitter doesn't mean death. It means they've been sent back to the demon realm. Here's the proof. In the early scenes, remember the flight attendant demon? She gets defeated and vanishes in a cloud of pink glitter. Later, she appears again, alive until Guimma himself burns her into ash. 2 different effects, 2 completely different outcomes. Pink glitter equals banishment. Ashes equal true death. That isn't a coincidence. That's a rule built into the world of K-pop Demon Hunters. And once you understand that rule, everything about the ending suddenly makes perfect sense. If minor demons can come back after being defeated, why wouldn't the Saja Boys, who are infinitely stronger, follow the same rule? Of course they would. And they did. But it gets even better, because this theory isn't just about what we see, it's also about what we hear. The dialogue in the movie practically spells it out for us. Listen carefully to what Huntrix and the others actually say during their battles. Mira literally says she wants to destroy them and send them back to the demon world. Did you catch that? Not erase them, not end their existence, send them back. Zoe says almost the same thing when she talks about sending demons back to the depths where they belong. Again, it's not destruction they're talking about, it's deportation. And if you notice carefully, throughout the entire film, Huntrix never truly kills a named demon. Not once. They defeat them, banish them, but never permanently destroy them. The only character who actually kills demons, who burns them to nothing, is Guimma himself. The hunter's power is fundamentally different. It doesn't destroy souls, it just removes them from the human world. Now that we understand this rule, let's apply it to the Saja Boys and what really happened in that final battle. Once you analyze their actions frame by frame, it's clear they weren't just fighting randomly. They had a plan, a coordinated strategy, and I can pinpoint the exact moment it started. Watch carefully. When Guimma starts sacrificing himself for Roomie, giving her his soul, Guimma realizes he's lost control. His entire system of manipulation depends on shame and self-loathing, but Guimma breaks free from that by choosing love instead. The moment he does that, Guimma knows it's over. And right then, something shifts. You can see it in the Saja Boys' behavior. It's like they all received a direct command, probably from Guimma himself, a single telepathic order: retreat, survive, be my backup plan. Let's start with Baby. Watch his reaction the exact moment Bull begins his sacrifice. His whole expression changes, eyes wide, completely still, like he just received a message directly into his mind. And what does he do next? Nothing. He doesn't attack, he doesn't fight, he doesn't even move to help. He just stays back, almost frozen, watching everything unfold without stepping in. Most people saw that as fear or hesitation, but it's not. It's obedience. He was following Guimma's last command, the emergency protocol. Now look at Romance. Same thing. After that moment, he walks toward Mira, she strikes him once, and then he completely backs off. No counterattack, no rage, no attempt to continue fighting. It's like he's performing just enough to make it look like he's still in the battle, but deliberately avoiding any real confrontation. That's not a coincidence. That's a clear behavioral shift. Both Baby and Romance suddenly stop fighting at almost the same exact second. Why would that happen unless they were ordered to survive, to pull back and remain in the human world as part of Guimma's contingency plan? And then there's Mystery. He's even more revealing. After Guy's sacrifice begins, Mystery vanishes, literally teleports away. Gone. He doesn't die on screen, he doesn't even get hit. He simply disappears. That's not defeat, that's strategy. Mystery is the smartest of the group, and it fits perfectly that he'd be the one to understand Guimma's command instantly and retreat to safety. Each of their reactions sync perfectly, like a chain response triggered by Guy's final act. Now pay attention to what this means. The so-called deaths of the Saja Boys were never deaths. They were exits, planned withdrawals. Guimma knew he was losing control of the situation, and he needed pieces left on the board, so he used them as his backup plan, agents who could remain on the human side even after his defeat. This explains everything that seems strange in that final scene: why Baby didn't attack, why Romance stopped fighting, why Mystery vanished completely. None of that was random, it was tactical. But there's another layer, something most people completely missed. The barrier that Roomie creates at the end, the one meant to seal the worlds apart forever, isn't what it appears to be. Throughout the movie, Celine repeatedly describes the legendary golden Hanmoon barrier, a seal so strong and pure that it would permanently separate demons from the human realm. But when we actually see Roomie cast it, it's not gold at all, it's rainbow. Multicolored light, pinks, blues, purples, everything except gold. That's not just artistic flair, that's a visual clue. Roomie, being half demon herself, could never have created a golden barrier that destroys all demon energy, because that would have destroyed a part of her too. So instead, she creates something different, a barrier based on balance, not destruction. The rainbow represents harmony between her human and demon sides. It's not a continuity error, it's deliberate storytelling. The movie is screaming at us, this barrier isn't perfect, it allows a possibility, a crack, a weakness. It's a message that demons, especially the Saja Boys, can still come back. And if the barrier had truly been golden, there'd be no way for them to return. But it's not. It's intentionally imperfect, designed to preserve balance, not total separation, which means the door is still open. And that single visual change from gold to rainbow sets up the perfect foundation for their return in a sequel. Now think about this. Romance, Baby, and Mystery are still in the human world. That wasn't an accident. That was the plan. Someone, most likely Guimma himself, told them, if things go south, you three survive at all costs. Stay hidden. Stay ready. Help me return. The plan was simple. The new Hanmoon barrier is stronger than ever, much harder for demons to cross. Guimma can't just walk into the human world again like he did when the old barrier was weak. So he needed agents on the inside, loyal demons who could weaken it from within. He needed to rebuild his strength by consuming human souls until he was powerful enough to return. That's why Baby didn't fight. That's why Romance barely engaged. That's why Mystery teleported away. They were following orders, staying alive as Guimma's contingency plan, his eyes and hands inside the human world. But then everything changed. The sacrifice wasn't part of the plan. Nobody saw it coming. Not Guimma. Not the Saja Boys. No one. Guimma giving his soul to Roomie completely disrupted the entire system. It was a move of love, defiance, and redemption all at once. Something Guimma's world of control and fear could never predict, and that single act shattered his strategy. Now, the remaining Saja Boys, Romance, Baby, and Mystery face a massive dilemma. They were created to serve Guimma's will, but their leader, their brother, Guimma, just proved there's another way. So what happens next? They have two choices. Option 1, stick to the original plan. Keep weakening the new Hanmoon barrier from within, find cracks in its structure, and bring Guimma back to the human realm just as they were instructed to. That's what they were built for. That's what they were programmed to do. But then comes option 2, the one that flips the story entirely. What if Go's sacrifice changed their loyalty forever? His soul isn't gone. It's preserved inside Roomie's sword. They could abandon Guimma's plan altogether and instead focus on bringing Go back. Maybe they'll seek out forbidden demon magic. Maybe they'll strike a deal with Huntrix herself. Or maybe they'll look for a completely new solution that nobody expects. This sets up the perfect conflict for the sequel. These three, Romance, Baby, and Mystery, are now stuck in the human world, torn between two masters. Their creator, Guimma, and their fallen leader, Genu. Right now, they're probably living in hiding, silently struggling with the biggest decision of their lives. Do they stay loyal to the dark force that made them, or do they try to restore the one who saved them? And maybe, just maybe, they're not even united about it. Maybe Romance, the emotional one, wants to save Genu. He always seemed the closest to him. You can feel that connection in every scene they share. Mystery, on the other hand, might stay loyal to Guimma. His logical nature makes him see Genu's sacrifice as betrayal, not heroism. And Baby, the youngest, is caught in between, confused, lost, and torn between love and loyalty. The fact that all three deliberately held back in that final fight shows that they're not just survivors, they're sleeper agents. But now, after Genu's sacrifice, the mission has changed. They're divided, their purpose is uncertain. And whichever path they choose next, whether to follow Guimma or revive Genu, will determine the fate of both worlds. But even if you don't buy the in-universe evidence, let's talk real-world logic for a second. K-pop Demon Hunters is one of Netflix's most watched animated films ever. The Saja Boys songs are charting globally. Their fandom is huge, with millions of fans online. And guess what? They literally released a comeback poster for Huntrix. And in K-pop culture, what comes after a comeback? The rivals return. It's part of the rhythm, the drama. So from a business perspective, why would they permanently kill off their most popular antagonists in the very first movie of what's clearly being built as a franchise? It doesn't make sense. The director, Maggie Kang, has been suspiciously quiet about the Saja Boys' fates. When asked directly, she gives answers like, "We'll have to wait and see, and I wanted to leave things open." Even the voice actors for Genu and Roomie have been publicly hinting that they want a reunion. They know what's up. This kind of ambiguity isn't random. It's intentional sequel setup. They're not dead. They're being saved for something bigger, for the dramatic return that's going to break the internet. So let's recap everything we've learned today. The pink glitter effect is canonically proven to represent banishment, not death. We literally saw the flight attendant demon get banished in pink glitter, then later get actually killed by Guimma. Two different visual effects with two different outcomes. Pink glitter means sent back, while ashes mean true death. Then there's the train demon. It came back after being defeated. The evidence repeats itself over and over again. The hunters themselves even say they're sending demons back, not destroying them. As for the Saja Boys, Baby and Romance deliberately avoided serious combat. They weren't losing, they were holding back. They were following Guimma's contingency plan, staying behind in the human world. Mystery didn't die either. He strategically teleported away to safety. The only one who was actually banished was Abby, who returned to the demon realm. And Guy, his soul isn't gone. It's preserved within Roomie's sword, waiting for resurrection. On top of that, the new rainbow barrier that Roomie created at the end is intentionally imperfect. It's not the flawless golden Hanmoon seal we were promised. It's multicolored, a fusion of light that symbolizes balance, not separation. And that's the key, because it means the worlds aren't fully sealed. The connection between them still exists. Right now, we have three Saja Boys, Baby, Romance, and Mystery, still on the human side. Their original mission was to help Guimma return, but after Guy's sacrifice, everything changed. Now they have to choose between two conflicting loyalties: stay devoted to Guimma, the dark force that made them, or risk everything to bring back their fallen brother who gave his soul to save them. Every single piece of evidence points to one inevitable conclusion. The Saja Boys aren't dead. They're alive, scattered across two realms, divided between duty and love, caught in the middle of a spiritual and emotional war. The real question isn't if they'll return, it's whose side they'll be on when they do. Will they continue Guimma's plan? Will they try to resurrect good? Or maybe, just maybe, they'll even team up with Huntrix to stop something even greater that's coming. That's the real mystery here. What do you think? Will Romance, Baby, and Mystery remain loyal to Guimma? Or has Gu's sacrifice already changed their hearts forever? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if this video opened your eyes to what's really going on in K-pop Demon Hunters, hit that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive, where we'll analyze every hidden clue inside Roomie's transformation sequence. Until next time, keep streaming Soda Pop, and remember, in a world of magic and K-pop, even death is just another concept to remix.